Hey guys, today we have a special unboxing. This is one that we've been waiting for. By the way, hope you guys have had an amazing Christmas holiday season and looking forward to the new year coming up. But yeah, so this is one we've been waiting for, guys. I just did that video on the 2005 reissue Kevin Harris, and so this is the one that I was talking about, the 2021. This is the Bones Brigade Bandis Pink Kevin Harris, so that's what I'm completely assuming this is. I'm hoping that's the case, and I guess we'll see once we get into it. So I'm going to unbox it. As I'm talking about it here a little bit, there was a little bit of drama around this one. I'll even post some of just the some of the release articles, just so you can see where the confusion might have been. But yeah, the boards were posted on skatemounting.com. It was originally said that there was only going to be, there was 400 produced, and they were signed and numbered. So a lot of guys went out there, they bought the boards. They actually didn't sell as quickly as what I thought they were going to sell. They ended up sticking around for just a little bit. And so within a week, though, all of a sudden we seen them posted on Decomposed as well. And so they were selling unsigned ones and unnumbered ones. So it was a little bit frustrating knowing that we paid a premium price point. Again, it ended up working to almost $300 for me CAD. By the time you pay, it was $200 USD, and then I had to pay shipping in USD as well. So anyways, it ended up being around 300 bucks CAD. So we paid for it because, again, we were under the assumption that they were going to be, you know, limited numbered, limited run signed decks. And so my understanding of limited numbered would mean kind of like an art print. If they're numbered, that means that that's the amount of the total produced. And that's how it was portrayed on some of the Instagram posts and stuff as well, was that there was only 400 made. Long story short, I ended up having a conversation with Kevin Harris, and he explained a few things, because there was quite a few guys frustrated, again, when you pay a premium price and then all of a sudden you're seeing it at a reduced rate on a US site. But anyways, in my communications with Kevin, he said there was actually 415 produced, is the number that he was given. And he ended up signing and numbering 400 of them. And then there was 15 that were signed or unsigned or whatever, but he wanted to give them over to Witter, who owns Decomposed and has contributed highly to the freestyle industry. And Kevin has done boards exclusively with Decomposed in the past, so they obviously have a really tight relationship. I think all of it could have been addressed just if there was more communication around, look, there's 415 boards pressed in this colorway. It's Kevin's intention that more boards in the band this colorway aren't pressed. Ultimately, I guess that's up to Powell as well now. We'll see. Anyways, there was just some frustration around it. But let's get into this board here. We'll get into the specs as well. Yep, so we just got some filler. I'm just going to continue to dig into this and see what's going on. All right, so it's pretty much just a box, which is so great, and some paper. We get it wrapped nicely here. And yeah, so for those of you who bought, if you're a little upset and you've seen that on Decomposed, I did get some clarification from Kevin. And again, so the clarification was that there was 415 boards, not 400, and that 400 of them were signed and numbered, and that Decomposed ended up getting some. So that's USA side, the USA website. They ended up getting some. And again, just because of the relationship that Kevin has with them at Decomposed. And so, sorry guys, I'm working to get into this thing here. Do my best to get into it quickly. I don't know how. Yeah, here we go. But ultimately, just like everything, I think it really comes down to communication. And that would have just eliminated all of the hassle. So here you go, guys. First look. So sick. I am really stoked on this board. It's a nice pink. Again, the band this pink. Let me see here. I'm going to just pull down the shrink a bit so you guys can actually see the signature and the number. Oh, I'm hoping Oh man, there's a huge gash across the top here. That is frustrating. You can see like a huge cut across the top. That's gonna leave a mark. Oh man, that definitely sucks from a collector's standpoint. Even when I had seen them all kind of laying on the ground, I was like, man, I hope that they're not just throwing them on the ground, because again, like these little marks really take away any of the value that's associated or can be associated with the board, especially when you're trying to pitch it as a new or near new. Little things like that definitely take away some of the value from it. Anyways, yeah, so there we have it again, guys. And the numbering, we got the blue on the pink there that looks killer. And so, yeah, the dragon is this. Yeah, this is the one that has a little bit tighter tail there. It's not quite as flamed on the tail, or feathered, I should say, on the tail. And all right, well, let's just run through some of the specs. So these specs, this is a sheet that I'm pulling from Decomposed. Actually gave a rundown of the specs here. So the wheelbase is, again, we're measuring inside the trucks, is 10.625 inches. The deck length is 26.6 inches. The width is 7 inches. And so the nose, from the top of the trucks here to the tip of the nose, is 5.75 inches. And then the tail is 5.875 inches. Yeah, so the nose is 5.75 and the tail is 5.875 inches. And so the tail is just a little bit longer. All right, let's take a look at new school or old school hole pattern here. Let's do it on this side. I should have got a different color. Actually, I'm surprised by this a little bit. So we can see there that this is the new school hole pattern. So they haven't changed that up. I thought that with this being a newer release that, like a lot of the other Bones Brigade series releases we're seeing, just in general, you know, the Powell release boards that we've been seeing lately have all been the old school hole pattern. So this does have the new school hole pattern. Well, anyways, there you go, guys. So again, we know this graphic here is by BCJ, Vernon Cortland Johnson. And if you're looking for more details just around Kevin Harris, I would encourage you to go back to my other one. I'll keep this one short, let you guys get back to your holidays. But anyways, yeah, go back to my 2005 reissue video, and that gives you a little bit more detail as to who Kevin Harris is. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of drama that we discussed as well. Ultimately, you know, with everything, just if we communicate things out, we keep integrity. It doesn't sound like we're trying to, you know, run a sales pitch to generate sales. It was a little discouraging. It was really encouraging, though, that, again, Kevin Harris, I was able to have a conversation with him. That's always awesome when they're willing to do that. So appreciated that big time. And again, so ultimately, we have 169 of 400 is the number here. Again, this is numbered of, it's really, I can't even say signature, because I think there are some other signed ones in the remaining 15. So the number, to be honest, doesn't have a lot of value to me when there's 415 of them. It is what it is, guys. Here we are. It's still a really rad deck. There's not a lot of them out there. We know that at this point there's only 415 or so, we've been told. And so stoked on that. Stoked to get my hands on it. It's going to look sweet somewhere here. All right. Thanks again, guys. Hope you're having a great holiday and Happy New Year. Cheers.